Today's video is a barbecue classic. So we're gonna do a very basic rib recipe. It's just gonna be an entry-level kind of thing. It's not a recipe that you're gonna take to a contest or something like that. But if you wanna cook good ribs that you can eat at home, that you can start off with not a whole lot of knowledge, these are the ribs that are gonna set you off and put you on the right path.
First off, these are St. Louis style spare ribs. These ribs were trimmed by my butcher, but yours might come with the tip still attached. Find your longest bone and cut straight across the ribs, creating a rectangle type shape. Also, trim off those little weak ribs on the end. Those ribs are and like Snoop Dogg says, bitches ain't. Now usually there's a flap of fat here, but this one has been trimmed off as well, so these ribs are looking pretty good. Now here you have your membrane. Most people like to pull this off. Personally, I usually just grab my knife and score it. I feel like it helps keep everything together, and scoring allows the smoke and seasoning to get through. If you're gonna pull it anyway, grab a paper towel and prepare to waste the next couple minutes of your life. Anyway, this is how you do it. Now that out of the way, it's time to season this bad boy. Today we'll be using my barbecue rub. If you can't get your hands on this, whatever rub you like should get the job done. Now make sure that you get a healthy coating of rub on these ribs. Get the back, all the edges, and then the front. One poses the question, can you have too much rub? I don't know, probably, but I haven't found that limit yet. So get fierce, get brave, and just rub the hell out of this thing. Now let your ribs sit at room temperature while your smoker gets up to temp. You want your smoker at about 250 degrees Fahrenheit. You can use a direct fire smoker, but until you're better versed, I would only use indirect heat to help protect your meat. Again, don't be a pervert here, guys.
And we're gonna let it run for a solid 2 hours. Then we're gonna come back out and kind of check the temperature, check the pull, and go from there.
We've had about 2 hours pass, so we're gonna have a quick look. The color on these ribs is perfect. They have a deep mahogany kind of color, and the rub is really bonded to the outside. Now we're gonna focus on tenderizing these meats. As you can see here, they are extremely pliable. They're bending easily, but the meat isn't breaking, and that's exactly what we're looking for. Now grab 2 thick with several C's pieces of foil and drop a few pads of quality butter. Go ahead and put some honey right on that foil. Then you're going to take your ribs and you're going to go ahead and drop them face down. Now wrap that foil tightly around your ribs as you don't want any heat or steam to escape. You can use a thinner foil, but then you risk tearing it and having you use 2,000 layers to keep it all wrapped up. So just get the good stuff. It's going to save you a lot of time and energy. Now once you're done wrapping, you're going to return them to the smoker, maintaining your temperature of around 250 degrees. Now we're going to skip ahead here about 2 to 2.5 hours later, and you should be ready to take your ribs off the smoker. You'll know your ribs are ready to come off when you can twist the bones with your fingers, and if you applied enough pressure, it would twist free of the meat. Now right here, if we pick up these ribs, you can see the bend. The meat is very flexible, that's perfect. We could pop that in half if we wanted to. Now you don't want it to completely break free without effort. If your meat literally falls off the bone, you've way overcooked and ruined your ribs. Now we're going to take the liquid that collected on the bottom of the foil, and we're going to go ahead and mix it with some of that sweet sauce. Now I'm going to use those juices to thin out my honey sauce, and then I'm going to paint this sauce right onto my ribs. After you've fully painted your ribs and you have the glaze applied, you're going to want to go ahead and throw them back on the smoker for another 20 to 30 minutes until the glaze sets and leaves you with a fire sticky glaze. After your glaze sets, your ribs should come out looking like this: a little muddy, a great pullback, and a delicious looking color. The only thing left to do is to go ahead and slice these bad boys. The first thing you're going to do is flip them over and set them face down, and grab yourself a super sharp knife. I would suggest using a carving knife or a boning knife, but any really sharp knife will do. Now you do not want to cut these along the bone. you're going to get a lot of crooked bones in here. So you're going to have to adjust your cut in order to make the ribs look as straight as possible. Don't try to force your knife through the ribs. Just take your time and make small cuts without a lot of pressure until you get all the way through the rib. If you try to force the knife, you're going to cause the bottom of it to splinter and it's going to look like crap. And this is what your finished product should look like. Fantastic ribs that are going to blow the minds of everybody you know.
Look at those, man. I think this one right here has my name on it. Look at that rib. God, look at that. Look at the smoke ring, the perfect texture. You can see where the fat is melted through the fibers. Let's see if it passes the bite test. Perfect, dude. Clean off that bone. Kind of man. I do say so myself. The key about these ribs here is you can cook these at home. You can cook this quality rib. It's all about patience. Dude, you can do this. Follow this recipe and you will not be disappointed. This is better than pretty much anything you're gonna get at a restaurant. I mean, unless it's mine. That's good stuff. Guys, you saw those ribs. They are looking premium. I'm very excited about them. They taste wonderful. They really are just a great rib recipe for you to eat at home and show off to your friends on how you're mastering your smoker. If you have any questions, make sure you leave them in the comments. If you like this video, if you're interested in seeing any more videos, I love suggestions. Like I said, leave them in the comments. Otherwise, like, comment, subscribe. Every little bit helps get the channel noticed, and it allows us to get more resources to where we can make better videos. By we, I mean us, because I have no friends.